Section 14.2, centres of enlargement. It's all very well enlarging a shape on a grid and placing it wherever you like, but sometimes a centre from which you enlarge the shape has to be specified. And here in question 1 on page 215, I've been given the centre of enlargement as a little X there, so I've got to obey that. I'm going to enlarge this shape by ×2. In fact, they're all by ×2. Let's see how we go. First of all, we get some construction lines in place, or guidelines, so that's going to go through there, and this is going to come through here, and this is going to go through that one just there. Alright, so okay, look, I'm going to use the lines just to guide my thinking. This has gone 3 squares across and 2 up. If you double everything, I go 6 squares across and 4 up, so it's exactly there, isn't it? Brilliant. This one, well, I'm going to use my guidelines and go straight down actually. So look, now that I've got these guidelines and I've got my first point to work from, I want to, let's just change colour so it stands out. I want to drag this all the way down here, hit my bottom line, so this length corresponds to that length. Then I'm going to turn right and hit this guideline here. That should be fine. Well, it should be about 4 really, because it's 2 squares and 4 squares, but it's not 100% accurate, so forgive. And then I'm going to join the two ends like that, and that's an enlargement done as accurately as I can with this little pen. Look, that's what I've been using, you know, since October 2010 to these videos. This same little pen, and it's wearing out. I need a new nib. Anyway, that's the enlargement scale factor 2. Let me do the same for this little chappy here. Again, we'll draw the construction lines or guidelines through each vertex as follows, and we'll take it from there. Scale factor 2. Alright, blah-de blah-de blah. So if I'm 2 squares away straight up, then this point will be right here, and I will draw it in red now. So that point is effectively red, I said. That point just there. So right, that's that. 2 squares across, 1, 2, 3, 4 up. Double up, 1, 2, 3, 4 squares across and 8 up. So 4 across, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It should be right there. And using my guideline, this point corresponds to that X there. I'm now going to join them. Here I go, using my little Dubry facility here. So that's going to go from there to, oops, not very good, start again. That's going to go from there to there, from there across, and from there back down. Again, a lot easier with pencil and paper, I'll tell you. But yeah, it looks quite nice, I like it. Now C is a bit of a pain. It's got lots and lots. The centre of enlargement is right in the middle, so I've got to, I should do this in black, shouldn't I, to be consistent? Right, black it is. I'm going to explode through every vertex, I really am. There I go, I'm exploding, aren't I? I haven't got a clue how accurate this is going to be, honestly. So, original shape, and I'm exploding through each vertex. Okay, that's the best I can do. Right, 2 squares up, 2 squares away is what I'm going to do now. Grab this. Loads of ways of doing this. 1 square across, 2 squares up. What if you double it? 2 squares along and 4 squares up. Right there. So I'm going to start there, drag it across, then drag across to here using the guidelines, and then drag down to here, again using the guidelines, drag across, oops, I missed, drag across to here, and join the ends, and I'm back home. We'll start again, done like that. Join the ends. Well, there you go. It's a little bit bent. Well, that's not right, is it? No, I've got it wrong, Let me just pause and fix it. Right, I'm back. The reason I got it wrong before is because my diagram has been skewed because the way I stretched out this entire page across the screen. Look, 2 squares away, 2 squares away. So I'm now going to aim from this point here to the end, like that, and this point here to the end, like that. And I'm really happy with that. You see, it's a little bit elongated. It should be a regular hexagon, but it isn't. So there you go. You got the idea. ×2 enlargement. Over on page 215 is to just take question 2a. I've drawn this pasted piece, the question here, and I've drawn the actual grid on my blue background grid here using the grid lines the software's given me. So I'm going to use that to enlarge that shape and not try and use their grid. I did it in a previous part of the video and completely messed it up because this grid is not actually big enough to contain the question. So I'm going to do it on my grid. So here we see, that's the representation of that, and I've drawn the centre of enlargements in the correct space, correct place rather. So let me just draw some guidelines through some key points. That one and that one would be very good. If I stop there, that should help. Now look, I've got two guidelines, that should be enough. If you look at this point right there, in relation to the centre enlargement, I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left and 1 down. If I'm enlarging by a scale factor of 3, I should go 4 times 3, well that's 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's 12 to the left and 3 down. 1, 2, 3. So that's that right there. Now, if that's the case, then this point corresponds to that point there. Now let me just draw this point here. This point is clearly 1 to the left and 1 down. And therefore, if I multiply by 3, I'm going to go 3 to the left and 3 down. So this point actually corresponds to that point there. So let's just check. 1, 2, 3 across the top part. If I multiply by 3, I should have 9 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, I have. Now I'm quite happy to join the shape. Let's go blue, and we'll do that right now. So I know these points are correct. I'm going to join them. So that's 9 across. 1 down becomes 3 down. That's what enlargement scale factor 3 would look like. 1 across becomes 3 across. 1 down becomes 3 down. 1 across becomes 3 across. 1 up becomes 3 up. And 1 across becomes 3 across. And now, oops, not very good. And now I'm going to go back home. Done. That is the enlargement scale factor 3. I just used 2 construction lines to help me, or guidelines, to help me get the outer parts of the shape, and then I filled in the rest because I'm doing it on squared paper. Now if I ever had to do this on plain paper, white paper, and I hope in the exam they give us a grid and not just plain paper to do it on, then you have to draw construction lines or guidelines through every single vertex and measure each enlargement and multiply by 3. But here with squared paper we can count squares to our heart's content. That's that one. Now, what's it saying in question 3? It says on page 215, describe each of the enlargements. In each diagram, A has been enlarged to give B. Right, in other words, A's gone bigger, boom, and turned into B. Now, I need to find the centre of enlargement. So what I'm going to use are these, again, construction lines. So I want to join this point to its corresponding point and take it as far back as it wants to go. Probably there. I'm now going to take this point and pass it through his corresponding point as far as he wants to go, and I think that's enough really. So what have we got? Let's get some marks. We have got an enlargement, and our scale factor is, let's just work it out. Well, A has a base of 1, 2, 3 squares. B has a base of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 squares. Well, from 3 to 9, that's times 3, scale factor 3. And look, right there, we have a centre of enlargement. Oops, slipped. Centre of enlargement of 0, 0. So in other words, I'm standing there with my torch, shining my torch, and I'm passing all these lovely light rays through each vertex of the shape. B is the image or the enlargement of A. So there it is, 3 marks. Enlargement, scale factor 3, centre 0, 0. I'll do the same to this one and see what we get. Right. Take my corresponding points, pass that through that corresponding point there, so that's that one. I could put this one through this one and see where it goes. It's dead easy because it's a crossover right there. There it is. The centre of enlargement's right there. Let's mark it up in blue. And there's my centre of enlargement. So what have I got then? I've got an enlargement, obviously. Now in an exam they won't necessarily tell you it's an enlargement. They say describe how, I don't know, shape A is mapped onto shape B, or shape B onto shape A, that sort of thing. In fact, they won't use the word mapped because it means it's going to like go back onto it. Anyway, describe that enlargement. So it's an enlargement. Let's do the scale factor now. So let's have a look. I don't know, 1 square for A, 2 for B, scale factor 2. Dead easy. Alright, here you go. 2 for A at the base, 4 for B. 2 times 2 makes 4, scale factor 2. And the centre enlargement, write it out in full. So the centre is 2 across, 9 up. So it's 2, 9. Peasy peasy. That's that one done. I think there's a C. There it is, 3C. Same again. A is the original object and B is the image. So let's just do a quick enlargement of that. So draw these back as far as it wants to go. Do that one with that one as far back as it wants to go. Right, there it is. Beautiful. Really nice. So that is the centre of enlargement right there. So I'm going to write it down here. So what we got? Get a mark for enlargement, because they won't tell us that in the exam necessarily. Its scale factor, well, B is 3, A is 1 at the base, so it's 3 times as big. So scale factor, and the centre enlargement is what? 4 across, 5 down, so it's 4 minus 5. Nice. Now, are there any more like that? I think there's question 4 actually. Let's just check it. Yep, there is a question more. Now, here we go. Describe fully the enlargement of triangle ABC onto triangle DEF. In other words, from there to there. Again, it's an enlargement, so I need to find the centre enlargement. So let's see if I can do that with my guidelines here. So E is the corresponding vertex of B. So I'm going to shove that there. I'm going to do F and C now. Hopefully they'll work out. Yeah, that'll do. I can see the centre enlargement is 0, 0, the origin. So describe fully. Let's start describing then, shall we? Right, it's the enlargement. And let's do the scale factor now. Now, 2 squares across. Now, actually, this is easier. Look, from B to A, 1 square up, and from E to D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares. 1 to 5, scale factor 5. It's 5 times as big in terms of its lengths. And the centre enlargement is the origin. In other words, 0, 0. Don't think there's any more. No, that's a different part. So I'm going to stop there and try and edit this video. See you later.